Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Hall again on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Third play this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They go play action with Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. Now a hit and a loose football inside the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. They'll look to run with Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Ruckert, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. And all the way Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
Now Wilson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. To throw again on second down. Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. To throw again is Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzama. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Running left, it's Hall. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. York now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Berrios now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. A.J. Bouye with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Watson. Touchdown! 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On second down, a run with Hall. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. He's got the first down and more. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a bit closer. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Watson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll give to Hall. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Jets have got it back to within a score.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This pass complete to Ruckert. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The corner blitz works to perfection for A.J. Boye. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Straight ahead is Hall.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, for the offensive line, Your big concern, protecting your quarterback, give him a chance to try and throw something downfield.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs.
Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there, because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for Cleveland. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 5-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll just protect the football and go down and take the sack. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Play action. Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They go play action with Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion brings us 1 step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he's brought